Yeah.
Yeah, well, even some of the Republicans were asking for the Epstein files, and um, it was released, but a lot of it was redacted. It was all blacked out. So there must be FBI investigations ongoing.
But what did
That's
they
what that
say?
means.
What did they say that what barely 2-3% of the Epstein files have been released? That's nothing. That's nothing to what's still out there that we haven't seen.
Yeah, so it's like,
Hey, we're
the
live,
more
guys.
we dig into it, the more is like, what the F, man? I'm getting more confused.
How much now?
I don't know if your mic's covered or something, or you're standing away from your phone or your microphone. I can't really hear you.
Hey, we're live now, you guys.
Oh, we're live? Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it to work. I wasn't able to add a
Nice. So,
title to it, so I don't know. I'll figure it all out soon. But yeah, we're live. So
yeah, you can
you
clip
guys want to
whatever
go ahead
you
and start
want.
over with the introductions?
Yeah, just tell us when it's 3, 2, 1, and we'll go, and you can clip it from there.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, well we're live right now, and we're just kind of talking about what we're going to be talking about on the Sunday stream when we have more people here. We're gonna go ahead and do introductions. Um, Everyone calls me Soup, basically. And it's a long story as to how I got that name, but I run this page, the Family Soup TV, and I've been streaming since George Floyd died, and going live on different accounts. So I've been pretty embedded in the movement for a while, and I'm trying to keep people updated with what's going on. Um, yeah, who else would like to speak?
I'm Haley, Central California native. Been in California all my life. Happy to be here and happy to give my input.
All right.
That Central California as well. Born and raised, so I'm happy to be here too. Fighting against this movement because holy crap.
Yeah. David?
Yeah, I'm David Allen Moon from Dave Moon TV. I live up in beautiful Cothet territory, which is in British Columbia. I'm Indigenous Canadian. I've been hanging out with Soup and many others for quite some time. I'm very, very excited that we are back after 2 years of hiatus. We were busy doing a lot of stuff, getting over COVID, and I'm still researching. I'm still checking out what's going on home and abroad, and I'm here and glad to be speaking, and I'm looking forward to our show on Sunday. Thank you guys. Gila Kasla.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. So we can just start. We can talk about what we're gonna talk about on Sunday and just go over it again on Sunday, I guess. If that's what you guys want to do, does that sound good?
Sure, yeah, let's intro it, and then yeah, just kind of get everybody interested in what we're going to talk about. Now, I think Soup has a list of topics that we're going to dive into on Sunday. If you want to just hand the ball off to whoever you want to talk, just maybe introduce those topics, and then we can give everybody a little teaser on what we're going to talk about in regards to those topics.
Yeah. Well, we can start with the big question. How do you feel about ICE and what's happening in Minneapolis and across the country? And anyone can speak.
Holy hell. The fact that it feels like we're just days away from people being forced to wear armbands and forced onto fucking boxcars is fucking terrifying. From what I understand, we still have 3 Indigenous Americans in custody in an undisclosed location while we're here on stolen land and we're saying they don't belong here because they're brown. None of this makes sense to me. And I'm outraged and I'm angry and I'm heartbroken at the same time. And just anytime I start to get my bearings, something else terrible happens, and I am so deeply disturbed by the state of our country.
Yeah.
We've been saying that since he first took office, that he can't get any better. He can't get any worse. And oh my God, the worst comes every single time. It's like, oh my God, he can't get any worse. And sure enough, he gets worse and worse. And it's sad, scary.
I I had a breakdown today at my kids' award ceremony at school. ICE has been on the ground here for about a week, and about half of the children with Hispanic last names they called weren't present to receive their awards because they're afraid to go to school. Children are afraid. It's not enough they have to be afraid of mass shootings. Now they have to be afraid of being kidnapped by feds. That's never, nothing can be said that can make that okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where my heart is.
Such a
It's
scary
like,
time.
I'm from what I saw on the news, I'm I'm really worried, what the future holds because I mean some of these children have watched their own friends in school being taken away and me being indigenous as well, it's making me worry, quite a bit with what's going on and um yeah, I can't believe that the world hasn't woken up and my brother was taken in 1992. George Floyd was taken, and now an American citizen, a mother of some children, some beautiful children at 37. Like I've been saying this for years that you get in their way, it doesn't matter who you are, but it just brings chills down my spine from what's going on. I'm really scared for everybody.
And it's only going to get worse before things get any better. Our only hope at this point, I think, is a blood clot.
Yeah. Honestly.
Part is the agenda behind it all. When they take the kids, it's a form of forcing the parents to come out of hiding. And then you don't even know where those kids end up or what even happens to those kids when they're in custody. Like,
I can't even imagine being
The,
that age and that happening to me. That's insane.
I will put myself between feds and a child at the drop of a dime. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The children need to be left out of this. This is not okay.
Yeah.
And the fact they're using children as pawns is sick.
Can you be quiet often?
I agree. I'm trying to think of the young man's name, but he was used as a pawn to lure his father out, and he got detained. So, like I said, anybody's game, and they're willing to detain a 5-year-old boy is just very disturbing. I almost cried when I saw the report because I'm just thinking of our indigenous people. I'm thinking about our BIPOC people. I'm thinking of our non-indigenous people as well. It just breaks my heart about Renee and everything that's going on. It's just escalating and getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about it.
Well, today, what happened in Minneapolis was one of the activists and organizers for the movement was arrested. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but her and like two other comrades were arrested today. And she's also a lawyer too. And she set up the church, like the thing that happened at the church in Minneapolis, where they kind of like went in and they were singing and stuff and trying to get attention to that church because that church is like an ICE holding area basically. and the pastor's like an ICE agent. So yeah, they're arresting people left and right.
I can't wait to dig into this more
Yeah,
this
sorry.
weekend. Go ahead.
I think we kind of have to think past this too, like what's really the agenda behind it all. I don't think it's just trying to deport everybody. I think it's you've got a lot of Hispanics, you've got a lot of different races that have purchased homes and land and everything, and my bet's on they're trying to get all this back.
Yeah.
Colonizers going to colonize.
Yeah, yeah. They're trying to move into indigenous land when we've all heard it. We've all heard it.
Yeah.
We've all seen them trying to go in and because of what? The oil?
Oh my God,
It,
it's always
And
about the
this
oil.
is why they have those 3 indigenous people in custody still, because that's a bargaining chip, and that is sick to use human beings as bargaining chips to line their own pockets when these people have more money than anyone has any right to have. They have more money they could spend in their lifetimes.
Yeah, we can talk about this forever, but we
Well,
got other subjects as well. So whenever you're ready, but well, I'm not cutting it short, but yeah, it's all about money. I've
yeah.
talked about this before. A small percentage of the American population, indigenous and non-indigenous, has most of the profit, and they want to put a stranglehold on the entire population and get more and more of it. It's never enough. It's never enough, and their head king of that is Cheeto heading it, and they're all backing him up because it's all lobbyist driven, and they just want more and more. They want it all. They want it all. They want nothing for the main working class, and they want everything, the oil, the land. This is just opening up old wounds for the indigenous people. I feel for those 3 that are in custody. They're born American, real American people, real American patriots that are they're detained and nobody knows where they are. Like, that's scary. That's some scary stuff we're talking about.
That's fucking. We don't even know if they're alive at this point. And that's fucking terrifying.
They're not the only ones that they've lost track of. We've got some kids that they since the beginning that were detained and still to this day they don't know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
What are they gonna do? Just let these kids like run off in another country? It's like, here you go, you're back home from where you came from, apparently. Like, so stupid.
Well, seeing as how Trump has, an obsession with young children,
I was
I
gonna say
wouldn't
that.
put it past him to be
Oh, God.
trafficking
Oh
kids.
man.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep. That's a whole nother topic we can talk about. What he had like
I mean, what a great cover to traffic children than to say, oh, these children are here legally. Let me send them to an undisclosed location.
yeah. Exactly.
Or like, did you guys hear about was it a guy or a girl? I don't remember. He had passed away in ICE custody, and by the time he got to the coroners, he didn't have his insides. And I read it somewhere. I had read it somewhere, and I've tried to look for it again, and I can't find it.
I'll do some digging tonight. I'll see if I can find that tonight and see if it's confirmed or not.
It's like one of the Renee Good videos. When I first saw this, kid you not, there was a different angle where it was literally behind the officers or the ICE agents' back, like, and you saw it clear as day where he jumped on the hood, and I saw it once, and when your Facebook refreshes, well, mine refreshed. and I couldn't find it again. And I'm like, oh my God. And I called my sister and I'm like, hey, this just happened. And she's like, I know, I've been watching the news. And I go, no, there's a video. There's a freaking video. And she's like, look for it. Still couldn't find it either. To this day, I can't find that video.
Oh my God.
I'll do some digging, see if I can find it.
Yeah, who knows what's out there, because they only tell us what they want us to know, and the rest of it is either redacted or hidden or removed.
I genuinely believe that a lot of these things get removed. That video, the first video that I had seen from the Renee Good, it was so telling. It was so telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to make her sound like she's the bad guy and she committed a crime and they were trying to protect themselves, and it just breaks my heart because that's exactly what they said about my brother in 1992. They were afraid for their lives, so they opened up on him and put 9 you know what's into him, and he was having a mental health crisis at the time, and it's just opening up old wounds for me, like to claim that she's a terrorist and a criminal and you know, it's disgusting to have complete immunity to get away with doing what they did, unaliving her the way they did, and then they're also saying that he suffered internal being, you know, the B word, and that's a complete lie. He stubbed his toe, if that. That's it. Yeah,
Then
I mean, come on.
this Val. Where's huh?
Yeah, there's been a lot of police brutality since George Floyd was killed and before that. It doesn't seem it's something that doesn't seem like it's slowing down because a lot of cops are getting away with it. So they think, oh, this cop got away with it, I can get away with it. I have qualified immunity. There's nothing that's going to stop me from killing another black person. You know?
And it's not just brutality, just the corruption is just rampant. We had a Kern County Sheriff deputy just taken into custody, what was it, 3-4 days ago. He was caught breaking into an evidence locker. They went and did a search and seizure of his house. And they didn't
I heard it.
disclose what he had, but lots of drugs and lots of stolen weapons.
I just heard about that earlier today.
And that is common. My stepdad is retired DOJ agent, and some of the stories I can't say them here, but some of the stories I can say privately off the record you guys would find so absolutely vile, so horrific, sexual assaults, and just such, like, I'm getting physically ill thinking of some of the stories I've heard.
Yep, and you know, Renee Good isn't the first YT person. You know, in 2015, I live in a town. There's a guy named Miles Gray that was living in the Lower Mainland outside of Vancouver, and he was having a mental health crisis, and he was unalived by the police there. So they're just investigating. They're doing a committee investigation on his unaliving. So it's like I said, it's not just BIPOC, it's not just black, it's anybody that gets in their way. Like I said, it's escalating. It hasn't changed. 1992 was a long time ago with my brother, and it makes me worried. And that's why we got to talk about it, because there won't be any change until we distribute this all over the internet and help educate people so they can open their eyes.
Other countries, officers are trained in de-escalation and trained in knowing the signs of a mental health crisis and how to talk someone down from a mental health crisis and get them the help they need. And the fact that is not done here is disgusting.
I think what
Mental
makes
health
it
care is underserved.
I think what makes the difference is that we are, and I'm sorry to say this, but we are a country that was forged off of racism.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean the police were originally slave catchers, so I and I don't think that's changed too much. I mean,
No,
it's,
not at all.
yeah,
Well, the original reason that the Royal Canadian Mounted Police were created were to protect the the colonial members and the people that were in the gold rush. They would protect the loyalists up here to Britain from the indigenous people. That's what they were created for. Similar to the slave catchers in America. So it's very disturbing. I don't want anybody to feel guilty about it because a lot of this is created by our ancestors. We can change that as Americans and Canadians and take back our flags, take back our dignity and our sovereignty, and take back our countries through logic, through reform. I know a lot of people want to put out the anarchy and the libertarian way of life. I don't think so. I don't agree with that. I can debate with anybody on here or on any of my platforms, live streaming. We need to use our logic. They just want to use the old way. I want to use our logic and push, sweeping reform so that people can live palliative lives. That's what I want. I have no problems with the Republicans or the conservatives or the liberals or the Democrats. I do have a problem with people not living full, fruitful lives and having opportunity and just living palliatively. Like, am I sounding crazy or asking for too much?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think if we were able to, discuss this, stop, the hateful rhetoric, and everyone comes to the table in a calm fashion and actually discuss it like adults, not you did this, you did that, I think we can actually finally start pushing towards reform and positive change.
Mhm.
What are the other subjects shall we talk about? Soup, you got them all on the list there.
Yeah. You guys want to talk about the whole thing with Greenland and how he wants to take over other European countries? We haven't talked about that yet, have we?
No.
I don't think we've touched on that yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's pretty ridiculous that he wants to come and storm some other European countries because of resources, and these countries are uniting with each other to fight back, and he's just bringing us into a world war that we don't want or need.
Honestly, though, if another country stepped in and snatched him, would that be the worst thing that could possibly happen to us? I don't think so.
Yeah.
We're wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Or if he just decided to go in an undisclosed area himself and just take off and go live on an island somewhere and stop communicating with his buddies and just think about his own his own twilight of his years and maybe just retire and stop worrying so much and worry about his health and deal with himself. Like, they'll replace him with somebody else. So I don't know. I'm just wasting my time. Wishful thinking, as you said.
Mm.
I mean, we'll get stuck with fucking the couch fucker. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say that. We'll get stuck with Vance.
Yeah.
If I get you demonetized, I'm sorry if you're monetized. I am so sorry.
No, it wouldn't do that. That's okay.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll clip it. We'll mute it if we have to.
Okay, I'll try to keep the F bombs to a minimum. We would get stuck with Vance and honestly, he's such a pushover. I don't think he would be as bad as megalomaniac Trump. But I don't ever see Trump stepping down.
Right.
Unless he dies, I don't see him stepping down. He will not hand over the reins to anyone else.
Well, he thinks he's a king, so.
And
Well, that's
unfortunately,
it.
What?
sorry, go ahead.
That's it. Like he thinks that you could just go around and take countries from other countries, and it's all about the oil. It's all about the profit. It's all about the money. I don't know if the Aboriginal people, the indigenous people of Greenland, are happy with Denmark or not. That's a whole new subject. But to just say, I'm going to slap some sanctions, some trading sanctions on anybody that wants to get in my way. If Denmark doesn't want to give it to me, I'm going to use military force to take it. Now, as one of the young ladies mentioned earlier, that that might uprise, or was it Soup, that might uprise some military conflicts, and he doesn't seem to care. He's like, I've got the forces. I can mobilize them. I can send them where I want. But the thing that he doesn't know is that the military gets to decide whether they follow those orders or not. And I surely hope that there's no general or major that would agree with him and say, "Oh yeah, let's go march into another sovereign country's lands and take it." Like, I don't know what century he's from. I don't know where his brain is located. Not in modern 2026 times. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I truly do think that there's something wrong with him cognitively. Normal people do not behave this way.
Have you read his niece's book?
Not yet.
Is it bad?
It tells a lot. I've only read part of it. I didn't even finish it. I've been so busy, but I started it. But yeah, it's pretty telling.
You'll have to forgive me. I've come out on the front porch because the little ones are being loud now. We've got a police helicopter circling. I can mute for a second if you guys want.
Oh, we can't hear the helicopter. It's okay. You're fine.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're spying on us or not, but I've seen.
We're gonna have people knocking on our door.
Yeah, I've seen like. I think they were just jokes though. Like when I have my Wi-Fi on, I sometimes check and see, and when I'm in town, I could see Wi-Fi hangers that say FBI van on it and stuff like that. And I'm like, it can't possibly be the FBI up here. I mean, if they're spying on me, it's laughable. Like, you're not gonna find anything. I'm just some random Canadian Indigenous dude that's talking online.
Yeah.
I don't have any information that's worthy of wasting money like that spying on me. I think that the people of Greenland, the indigenous people of Greenland, should openly speak out online and tell us what they think. I'm guessing that they would say, we're not for sale. He thinks he can buy anything on God's green earth, and it's not going to happen. I mean,
the people of Greenland have already spoken out, and they think that Trump, the audacity of all this, they find it fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious because it's just, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd.
yeah, I'd agree with you saying earlier that I think he should get a mental health check, maybe a real doctor to take a look at him, and he would probably be found mentally unstable. Maybe that's why they find him perfect.
Exactly, he's a talking head.
Mm-hmm.
I had a thought and I lost it. Yay, ADHD squirrel brain.
I'm the same way. I'm all over the place.
But with everybody that's so scared of him, like, who's actually gonna do anything.
Right.
Yeah,
We need
everybody's in his
some.
party is scared. They're all scared of getting ousted. I mean, look what happened in his last term there. And pretty much every single person that worked within his cabinets and worked for the government were either released, fired, or just removed. Not any of them worked by the end of his term. Beginning of the term, they were working for him. By the end of the term, they weren't.
So I do want to say really quick, I don't know about like government surveillance, but I do know people with less progressive views have doxed a couple of friends of mine. So just be, for the most part, a little careful, you know, because I have seen some really great folks get doxed and threats of swatting and things of that nature.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah, it happens way too much. I mean, the right, they have like an entire web page built for doxing people. Like, it's insane.
I mean, I honestly don't care if I get doxxed and my identity gets stolen. I've got nothing to. My credit score's at like 300, so like, go ahead, dox me. I don't give a shit. Might actually raise my credit score, but anyone else, I don't want getting doxxed. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you. I've been called a terrorist because I have posted that I advocate for the indigenous people of Gaza. I've got a news article that was sent out about me. I'll talk more about it when we have our episode. But being a socialist, progressive, positive change person is it's hard because these factions will attack you. They'll
Yeah.
make you look like the bad guy when we know who the bad guys are.
we know where our hearts are at.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I'm really hoping that we're going to be okay.
Well, we only have 3 more years, I guess.
Unless a tiny little blood clot does it for us.
Yeah, right. That would be amazing.
You think so? I think he's gonna try and force himself to keep the presidency.
Yeah.
He wants to do the prime minister thing because in other countries you can serve as many terms as you want, and that's what he wants to do is rewrite your constitution, and that is the scariest thing for me to even say.
I
Yep.
mean, yeah, I think most presidents they stop after 2 terms. I don't know if there's like any legal implication for them to stop. I know that we had one president serve 3 terms, so he probably will try to serve another term, one way or another.
He needs to eat more Big Macs.
Yes, indeed. We should just send him a
I was gonna say
unlimited
that.
gift card to eat as many of those as he likes with extra cheese.
Yeah.
McDonald's, do us all a favor. Give him unlimited access.
I mean, he does like not to pay for stuff, so
Yeah.
You know what we could do to pacify him? Is just start creating awards and just every day give him a new award and just keep him busy at award ceremonies for like bullshit ass awards.
and give him awards.
Yeah, that would pacify him and keep him occupied and keep him from fucking shit up.
Well, you guys saw that video that I sent you, the Royal Canadian Air Force. They're a comedy show kind of similar to Saturday Night Live, but they're up in Canada. And that's what he was getting was he got everything from the BET Awards of 2016 to the Miss Universe pageant of 2023. Check out that video if you didn't see it, go look for it.
I
It's
saw it.
in
Fucking
our
hilarious.
chat. I know,
I'll
exactly.
drop it in the chat because I haven't seen it. He was like nominated for a Peace Award through the FIFA World Cup. I'm like, who Why would they start giving out awards like that? Like all of a sudden for this year, like it doesn't make any sense.
Because
Nothing makes sense.
he couldn't win an actual Nobel Peace Prize, so they did that to pacify him and shut him up.
Yeah.
And not just that, he was at the he a couple of years ago was saying, you know, down with sports, down with football. Next thing you know, he's at the college national championships, smiling and standing around, you know, like he's a complete hypocrite. And I'm not criticizing him, I'm just observing it. One minute he says one thing, when the next minute he's completely doing another thing. I don't know, man.
It honestly kind of looks a lot like dementia.
I think so. I think it's the early onset stages of dementia.
I
And
think he's a little bit. My grandmother has early onset. He's progressed a little bit further than her. She's cognitively better than he is.
like I
Yeah.
said, there's mega maples that glorify this person. I mean, there's a few times the conservatives up here were getting into arguments with him, but you know, the premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, you know, off the record, absolutely loves the guy. Paul Poilievre, he's the leader of the Conservative Party up here. You had a couple arguments too, but at the end of the day, their ideologies are exactly the same, and that's the scary part. And there's other countries with people like that too that are conservative driven, and these guys don't care if you're right winger or not, as long as you're voting for them. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
I think all we can do is just, stick to our guns and hold our heads up and just stand together and, I mean, accomplish as much as we can without the use of violence. But if it comes down to someone harming a child and I'm in the way, I'm going to be in the way.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. You know, that we got into this discussion on the chat, and if you have to defend yourself, that's another thing. If you have to defend your safety or the safety of children, yeah, you're not wrong there. Makes me so sad. I can't wait to talk about this more on Sunday.
I think it makes everybody that has a heart sad.
I truly hope we're going to be okay.
Yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets better, but eventually there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll get more Zorans voted in. We'll get our progressive thinking politicians in there, and maybe pass some laws that are progressive, you know, and get the hate and the bizarre ideologies out of there. There's nothing wrong with being a millionaire. There's nothing wrong with being rich, but everybody has a right to, you know, get their golden egg as well and live prosperously. Not so that we get more than we need. If we just all have a right to get what we need. You know, like in Norway, for instance, they have an excellent system over there. We need to get Norwegian style government here in Canada and the U.S., and we need to study those politicians there and, you know, see what makes them tick and get those types of politicians running our laws, running our country, running our cities. We got to get rid of these mega maples and the mega type people. And I don't know what to do with them. Like I said, we said let's put them all on an island or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, Chaz is just all excited about those people getting arrested today, those protesters. I just saw on his page. So I don't know. I get really burnt out trying to fight people on the right and like argue with them in the comments. So I've been trying to avoid that more so lately.
I don't get tired. I like it.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing with the conservative incel males that are always popping up on my page is I start a new group chat once a week and dump all the new ones into a group chat and let them bicker with themselves.
Okay.
Good idea.
Give them their own echo chamber.
Yeah, maybe talk them all into going on a camping trip, and I don't know, maybe they'll, and with wishful thinking, they'll all get lost or something. I don't know. I hate to be
I
so
have.
evil, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's actually kind of funny because I have a couple times considered making a fake Tinder account and catfishing some of them and
Yeah.
having them going out to like the sticks to go meet me. I won't be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a fun 15-mile hike into the woods.
Yeah. And then you can like GPS a hole or maybe a cliff or something they'll all walk off of. I don't know. I gotta go. I'm just starting to sound like them now.
Yeah. We can end it and then just save whatever else we want to talk about for Sunday.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we've scraped the surface. We just need to emphasize on these things a little bit more, and I'm sure we all can. From my research, I have faith in all of you. I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out, and
Thank
we'll
you for
see you guys
having
on
me.
Sunday.
All right, sounds
Thank
good.
you for having me. Sunday I'll work a little bit more on not swearing and a little bit less violent talk.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. All right, see you guys soon.
We'll
See
see
you
you
guys
guys
Sunday.
later, guys. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.